Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Football Manager 26 with our team, Dorking Wanderers. Today is the biggest episode of the series so far. We've got a local derby against Maidstone and then a top of the table clash against Eastbourne. This could be a real big episode today. There's still 13 games to go in the table. Maidstone are down in 9th and they are chasing a playoff place. Both these games are away from home, by the way, so it could be tricky. We've been winning. We did draw our last game. I'll have a look, show you where we've been since we last met. But we are still 5 points clear of Eastbourne Borough. If we can get at least a win and a draw today, we could be almost over the line. That'll leave us with 11 to play. And barring a monumental collapse, you'd hope that we'd be able to go on and retain the title. So a huge fixture today. Of course, in the last episode, we got a... What did we do in the last episode? Oh, we played Salisbury. We beat Salisbury by 4 goals to 2. And we beat Torquay by 3 goals to 0. So just the 2 games off camera. Dover, we managed to beat 5-2. 5 different goal scorers as well, which was nice to see. Jack Taylor, first goal for him for the club. Of course, Alfie Rutherford and Jason Pryor getting on the score sheet. Charlie Carter and Denon Lewis. Couple of disappointing goals conceded. Next game, we disappointingly drew 0-0 against Farnborough. And we absolutely dominated this game. Is there a way? Yeah, I mean, look at this. 28 shots on goal, 10 on target, nothing for them. 69% possession and 13 corners, and we managed to come out of it with a 0-0 draw. Unfortunately for us, it was just one of those days, but we could have extended our lead at the top of the table, which is so sad. We could have been 7 points clear at the top, but we can put that right today. Let's jump into the game against Maidstone. Of course, we play Eastbourne later, but they have faltered a little bit. So, team for today, folks in goal, Camp, Annesley, Story and Vincent at the back. This combination of Pybus and Carter in central midfield. Lewis on the left, Jeffries on the right, and of course Rutherford and Pryor up front. This seems to be our go-to 11 at this moment in time, and I'd imagine that unless we don't perform well today, this will be the team that starts against Eastbourne. But yeah, these are tough fixtures. Those teams that are kind of in and around the playoffs, away from home as well. And, you know, when you're fighting it out at the top of the table, nice little ground that Maidstone have got as well, by the way. There's the National League South table again. They're just 3 points outside that playoff zone, and that's at least what they'd be expecting to get this season. As I record this, we haven't had the new patch yet. I think that is coming, I'm not sure if it's this week or next week, but we're getting the shouts back. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the shouts coming back. Who have Eastbourne got today? They are at home to Torquay. Come on, Torquay. Do us a favour, but it looks as though it's going to be the first chance for Maidstone. Ball gets pumped into the box, cleared by Annesley, and Jason Pryor will pick this up. We're so dangerous on the break at the moment. There's a ball to Denon Lewis. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Hits the shot, unfortunately for us, over the top of the crossbar. But good start for us. We look dangerous on the break. So first half an hour or so, we're getting more shots on goal, but absolutely nothing on target yet. And they have had a lot more possession than us. As Maidstone clear a ball away. Let's rebuild from the back, lads. Here's Story. And towards Pybus. Can he find a magic unlock? No, he can't. Let's just bring... This is a thing as well. We'll talk about it in a minute. Here's Jason Pryor, and he puts it wide. When a ball comes over the top and the defender has so much time, rather than bring it down and control it and restart the play, they just seem to be heading it straight back into midfield. I'm hoping that that's something that comes into the patch this week that is that's new and improved just around the match engine, because that's slightly unrealistic. Right, is there going to be anything before half-time? Just 1 minute added on. Bit of a dull game so far. Both these teams cancelling each other out, but we know how important this is. Here's Carter again. It manages to find Rutherford. I thought it was going to say it was given away. 30 seconds left of the half. Rutherford into the box. Ball over the top. That's typical how this first half has gone. Half-time stats, though. 12 shots, just the one on target. Yeah, we'll keep going. Let's work hard. I'm going to tell the midfielders that I'm disappointed in them, and definitely going to tell the strikers that I'm disappointed in them. We're going down a bit of a reverse psychology route here. We'll give it up to about an hour, as we usually do, and then maybe make some changes. The wingers aren't having too much of an impact so far. I'm pleased in terms of the stats that we've managed to give absolutely nothing away to Maidstone, but this is working towards being a bit of a stalemate. Unless we can score now. Annesley putting it nicely into Louis Story, who can drive forward. There's Denon Lewis. We've seen nothing of him today. Back to Vincent and Pybus, playing it nicely between them. Good football from Dorking, this. Ball into the box, looking for Jeffries! And we find the goal. There we go. It's taken 56 minutes. Isaac Jeffries would probably have been one of the players who may have been hooked in that first half. But this is a great ball into the box, by the way, from Denon Lewis. He's got so many assists this season. He's right up there in terms of top of assist makers in the league. And he's managed to find the man on loan at the back post, Isaac Jeffries, to put us 1-0 up. How are Eastbourne getting on? They're winning 2-1 against Torquay. Right, Pryor looks as though he's got himself a knock, which is not good. Potential knee injury. Let's take him off before that gets any worse. We'll bring on McShane. Brennan Camp's not having a great game on a 6.2, so he can come out for Frankum at the moment. Let's make sure that we keep this result intact. I'm very surprised by Maidstone, which I shouldn't say, because it could end up being the dagger. But 78 minutes in, there's not been any danger as it stands. I need to shut up. I need to shut up. Don't say things like that. Ball in from Lewis. McShane should score, and he instead gets closer to hitting the corner flag. Oh, do we need substitutions? You know when you sit there and you play an FM and there's a game that's as tight as this and you just think, do you know what? I'm not going to touch anything. That is the point that I'm at this moment in time. Vincent with a corner. A goal now would finish this game. Carter is up there. Keeper claims comfortably, which is worrying from our own corner. Please don't let them score right at the end of this game. Here's Rutherford. Just keep it under control. Denon Lewis already got 1 assist to his name today. Can he find another? Rutherford's there. He's offside anyway. Flag goes up. But a shocking miss. And there'll be 3 minutes of stoppage time. And we are going to walk off and we go away from Maidstone with all 3 points. Do you know what? This is not about how well we perform. We've done the thing that we needed to do. We keep a clean sheet and we take all 3 points back to Dorking. Fantastic result. So we have only got 3 days, should I say, until the Spawn game, which is massive. So all these players that started in the team, they are going to be rested for a day. We need them all back fit if possible. Jason Pryor is injured. Oh no, this is a bad one. This is a bad one. Sprained knee ligaments after jumping for the ball. He is going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks. So at least a month. We're not going to see him until the end of March. That's not good for us. I was just waiting for a key injury. As it stands at the moment, we're also 10 unbeaten in the National League. To be honest, I'm really surprised that it's taken this long for us to get quite a bad injury. How have your saves been going, guys? Let me know in the comments, especially in terms of injuries. Are you getting many injuries to your team so far this season or not? I can't work out if I've been lucky or if there just doesn't seem to be as many injuries in the game this year. Right then, so the big one, Eastbourne Borough away. Let's just have a quick recap of where we are. We're 5 points clear of them. A draw actually wouldn't be too disappointing here. So avoid defeat and I am happy. But yeah, 75 points on the board, 70 for them. We win this game, we move 8 points clear with 11 games to play. The title would firmly be in our hands. Let's just have a look at Eastbourne and their Eastbourne. Who are they? Eastbourne's fixtures, see how they have been getting on. So they are now unbeaten in 5, to be honest. They've got Andy Carroll, who I think is the top scorer in the league at this moment in time. They've only lost... they had a little bit of a slip where they got some draws towards the back end of December, early January, which is what let us in to go top of the table. They're not consistent enough with their wins. But looking at the rest of their fixtures, some of them are quite kind. So, big result could be on the cards today. This is the team, just the one change from the team that beat Maidstone. Of course, McShane is going to come in up front in place of Jason Pryor. Hopefully, he can do the business for us. Alfie Rutherford, on the other hand, 27 goals so far this season in all competitions. He's absolutely flying. Right. Good luck, everybody. Cross your fingers, and let's hope that we can get a result. Of course, remember the target this season set from the board is to gain automatic promotion. There's only one promotion place. We're playing in the black today as well. I like it. There's only one promotion place. This is the 4th time that we've met Eastbourne this season in all fixtures. So I think we played them in the... What did we play them in? We played them in a cup, didn't we? It was in the FA Cup. And I think we've drawn every single time that we've played them so far. So, you know what? I wouldn't be unhappy with a draw. There's a ball in, cleared away once again. We've got Pybus on the edge of the box. Denon Lewis off the crossbar, 2.5 minutes in. Great opening chance. Is that how we're going to be playing today? Really, really good shot from Denon Lewis. But yeah, sorry, I talked about Andy Carroll earlier, who is actually at Dagenham and Redbridge. He's up there. I think he's the top scorer in the league so far this season. He scored even more than our man Alfie Rutherford at 37 years old. And he hardly scored any at the start of the season, so he's on a real run. That's a great goal from Eastbourne. Eastbourne take the lead 13 minutes into this game. I'm not quite sure what's happened here. We're going to have a look on the replay. But either way, Harrison Folks has been beaten all ends up. Ball cleared by Annesley. This is where... I mean, some of these goals I can't be too disappointed in, unless it's the goalkeeper's fault. Let's have a look. So takes it round the defender. Shot. He's kind of just chipped it over him, hasn't he, into the far corner. Bit of a disappointing one to concede. Right, let's see what character we've got to get back into this game now. Look at the match stats as well, by the way. Half an hour in. This is a game that, on paper, we have absolutely dominated, but not found ourselves a goal. They've hit the target once and scored from it. Come on, lads. Get yourselves back into this game. Annesley towards his centre-back partner, Story. And Jeffries, they are really putting men behind the ball, Eastbourne. This is good stuff from us, though. Here's Isaac Jeffries. Gets one into the box, almost spilled by the goalkeeper, but picks up comfortably. So, 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Is this going to be a highlight, or is it just going to show us walking off in a minute? Here's Alfie Rutherford, finds Carter, that's over the top. That will be half-time. Poor performance from us overall, I think, in the first half. We've got to get these lads into the dressing room. I'm going to tell them I want to see a much better display. I'm not happy with the midfield, and I'm not happy with the finishing. We're not going to change anything just yet. But McShane and Rutherford not linking up too well up front. But then again, how many... I mean, we've made a few chances. We've hit the target 8 times and had 14 shots. And as it stands, we're going to come away with nothing. Here's potentially a chance. Vincent in towards Pybus. Vincent, ball into the box. Looking for Jeffries. We found an equaliser. It's our man. It's Alfie Rutherford, who makes it 1-1, 10 minutes into the second half. That is exactly what we needed. Like I said, a draw here wouldn't be too disappointing, but it's a ball that's been lumped into the box. Questionable offside as well, by the way, but we've managed to get away with it. Rutherford and Jeffries both going for it. But it's 1 apiece on the south coast. Is this game about to get very, very interesting? Can we find a winner? We've got Denon Lewis, who for some reason is on the right-hand side as opposed to the left where he normally plays. Works it to the edge of the box in Carter. Jeffries is there. All the way back to Camp. Carter again. Good stuff from us. Tries to hang one up towards the back post. Here's Lewis now on the left. And that's just over the top. Is that a corner or is it a goal kick? It's a goal kick. Much better from us, though, second half. We've got to start thinking about changes as well soon, as that's comfortably claimed by Pradic in the Eastbourne goal. I am pleased about... A couple of things I am pleased about is the stats and how we've dominated the game. But there's Akinwale, an easy save for folks at the end of it. I'm pleased about the stats and how we've dominated the game, but we're just not creating enough clear-cut chances at the moment. Right, time for changes. The wingers are not quite working out at the moment. Denon Lewis has had a poor game. Let's bring on Jimmy Mewett. We've not seen Jimmy Mewett for a little while now. He just can't get in the side at the moment, but you never know. He might pop up with something. Anybody else having a poor game? I don't think we need to change too much as it stands. Jeffries, maybe? Do we take Jeffries off? Give Morgan a little run? Yeah, let's change both wingers. They've not helped for us. I say they've not helped. That sounds really ungrateful. They've not had good games today. So let's change them over and see if we can get something out of somebody else. Right, corner. Rio Morgan is going to take this. 15 minutes to go. Delivered. Keeper punches. Only as far as McShane. And he scores! Oh, my God. The keeper's got a hand to it. We've gone in at half-time, 1-0 down. And with 15 minutes to go, we have found a potential winner. Instant impact from the substitutes. Ball gets punched away, drops to McShane, walks through the two people that are in front of him, and the keeper can do absolutely nothing about it. And if we can hang on to this, we will move 8 points clear at the top of the National League South. And do you know what? On reflection and pure match stat basis, you've got to say that we deserve it. As it stands, we deserve this result. Let's just keep it intact, lads. We've only made 2 substitutions as well, which is not like me at all. But if we keep this intact, which it's looking like we have, that is a fantastic result. 2 absolutely brilliant results from us today. And I'm going to say, do you know what? We're going to give them massive praise. Because it takes something, to actually come back against your rivals at the top of the table and go in at half-time 1-0 down and come out and continue to deliver a performance. That is huge for us. That's absolutely huge. Even if we do lose a game or two now, we're almost at the point where Eastbourne and even Bath, who are making a little bit of a comeback behind them, they're going to have to win every game. And we just need to keep ticking along nicely. We really do. Right, superb stuff from us. Let's have a look at the fixture schedule. I think we're going to come back at the end of March for, end of March, early April, for the games against Hemel Hempstead and Horsham. We also should be getting the youth intake around here, so I want to do an episode around that. But 2 fantastic results for us today. 1-0 victory away at Maidstone. 2-1 victory away at Eastbourne, the first time that we've beaten them in the series. Is this going to become a little rivalry? I don't know. It could potentially be. Right, we've got Chesham up next to a 5th, and some other big games coming up. Dagenham and Redbridge will be a tough fixture. They're 6th. They've been much improved. Andy Carroll, 22 goals in the league for him so far this season. What's Rutherford got? Is he going to be the top goal scorer in the league as it stands? Rutherford's got 24. So, yeah, amazing stuff from us as it stands. It's in our hands. It's in our hands, my friends. But, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you for the run-in and the next episode very soon.